Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel, The Xanadu Chronicles. My name is Frank and today I have a haul video for you. Now for the winter months, Jim and I have not done a lot of estate sailing or antiquing or thrift shopping, but we had a dear friend of ours from Seattle come visit us 3 weeks ago, and she, like us, loves to do all three of those things, and so of course the whole time she was here, we went shopping. And thank goodness we did, because I have got a haul for you that I'm so excited to share. So let's get this started. Now, first on our list is this beauty. It's a basket, obviously. It's a good sized basket, as you can see. And we got this at a very local thrift store. And although I'm not a huge collector of baskets, I buy them for specific reasons, for a functional purpose or because they're unusual. And that is the reason why I got this one, because it is atypical of what I normally see, because it has a lid. And a very nicely fitting lid, very well made lid, as you can see. There is no damage on this puppy whatsoever. It's just beautifully done, and it's bamboo, and wicker. So, for the grand price of $4, I've got myself a piece that will be working its way into my upcoming spring/summer vignettes. So keep your eye out for those videos, because all the things I'm going to show you today are going to work their way into those videos that are upcoming, okay? So I'm going to put that down here because it was sitting on a couple things that I need to show you later. But next on my list is this lovely little thing. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you'll know, I've said before, I'm not a huge collector of blue and white, but the reason why I got this is because it is Delft, it is hand painted, it's numbered, and it's actually made in Holland. And it's not a dish of some, it's definitely a piece of art, because you can see it was specifically made to be hung. But I've always liked Delft tiles. I've always enjoyed them. And of course I've been to Holland and Amsterdam and the Netherlands, and so I love that aesthetic. But I just don't have a lot of it in my home, and I couldn't resist. This was like $1. And we found this at a thrift store, a new thrift store that we found, and it was one of those places that had boxes filled with things that you had to dig through. It wasn't like where everything was out for you to see and easily accessible. So you had to really dig. And this was one of the things that we found, and of course, they were also, it just so happens, giving away books. So any book that they had there, because they had so many, you could take for free. And we got a number of those. I'm not going to share them in this haul video, but when you get an opportunity like that, take the time to look, and that's what we did, and we found some great ones. So just like this, I dug through the boxes, found this little beauty, and for $1, I couldn't resist. So there we go. Now, these next three items are all related because they are all Virgin Marys. And this past holiday season, Christmas season, we did not decorate. I just wasn't feeling it. I didn't feel like it, going all out for it this year for whatever reason. But this holiday season, this Christmas, we are definitely going to decorate. And per Jim's request, we already have a collection of Virgin Marys, which we'd love to incorporate in our holiday vignettes. But Jim wanted to expand that a little bit more and add a couple new things. And so when we were going to all these places while our friend was here, that is what he was primarily focused on. And these are the three items that we picked up. The first, now all of these are less than $10. I can't remember the prices specifically for each one because Jim was the one who found them, and for some reason I didn't pay attention to the price because I know that Jim is not a big spender. So all these items are probably under $10 for sure. But yeah, let's start off with this one. It is a copper plate, and I'm not exactly sure what if it's not painted on, but it's like transferred on. We've all seen these before. It's old, very stylized, European. There's no maker's mark or anything in the back, but it is copper. So whatever this is, it's on copper. And yes, it's patinaed, it's old, it's got, Mary and the Christ child and all that kind of great stuff. But Jim got it specifically because we do not have any plates. Most of the things that we have are figurines or statuettes or things like that. But we didn't have any plates of the Virgin Mary, so put this in a stand or hang it on the wall in an area that we're going to decorate out with Virgin Marys. Who knows what we do, but she will be in the holiday vignettes, one of the holiday vignettes that we set out, okay? So that's the first one. Now the second one, as always, we love to find things that are unique, different, for whatever reason, either stylized, the material that it's made out of, or the period that it's from. It doesn't matter to us. We just like to get a variety of things so that they all don't look the same. But we got her because she's ceramic, and she again has a very stylized look, a very mid-century look about her. Ceramic, like I said, but yeah, just very peaceful looking, unusual look because she is mid-century. And oh, it's signed. Didn't even notice that, but it's signed. I'll try to figure out what that is, and if I can, I will put it on the screen for you, but otherwise I can't read it. But it's been definitely a cool piece. And then finally, this lovely thing, again, very stylized, very elongated and thin, but you can see great detailing, like with the hair and the folds of the cloth and her face. But Virgin Mary metal, I don't see any information on it that will denote where she's from. We don't know what kind of metal she is, but who cares? It's a beautiful piece, and it will look great in our future holiday vignette. All right? So again, those three pieces, under $10 each. Not sure exactly how much, but under $10 each for sure. Now, one of the antique malls that we went to that we'd never been to before, that's a little further north of us, we found this lovely beauty. Actually, 6 of these lovely beauties. This is, for those of you who may know, is a Dorothy Thorpe glass. It's silvered at the top, and it kind of ombres down to clear glass at the bottom. And if you've been watching any of our prior videos or following me on Instagram, you'll know that we have a huge set of barware and accoutrements and pitchers and plates and platters and so on and so forth that are Dorothy Thorpe. And so we have a huge collection of these, but we don't have this particular glass. And it's not necessarily, well, you can use it for whatever you want, but it's definitely not a wine glass per se. So some sort of liquor glass, but we did not have this shape, and now we do. 6 of them, $20. For those of you who know, Dorothy Thorpe, $20 for 6 pieces, not typical. That is way, way cheap for what it is. So very excited that we got something different to add to our collection. Okay, now, let me see. I got to shift a couple things around because the items, unfortunately, that we got, other than those, the rest of them are all big pieces. Oh! Okay. So, again, if you've been watching our videos, and if you haven't, I suggest that you go back and watch a couple of them. All of them. Watch them all. But watch some of our past walkthrough videos and design videos, because you will see that I love me a good transferware platter. And this is a stunning example of one. Now, I always typically, I use them for all sorts of things. I use them in my coffee table vignettes. I use them and put books on top of them. But one of my favorite things, I also use them for serving, but one of my favorite things to use them for is as artwork on the wall, because they are pieces of art. Now, this is a transferware piece, obviously, with a beautiful border, a lovely bucolic scene with even a little baby in it some way, somehow in there, worked in there. But as you can tell, it's a hefty piece. But what I love about it the most is the fact that it's lavender. Now, or purple, or another term that I've seen used for this colorway is mulberry. But for those of you who like transferware, it's hard to find, it's hard to find lavender transferware. So for me to spot one like this, I almost didn't even look at the price, because I was just like, I'm taking it home. Because at this point, I only have one other platter that's about this size, that's lavender, and I have one small plate that's lavender. That's it. That's all I've been able to find in the years I've been searching. So, I scored this. I don't see any maker's mark. I don't see any pattern name to it. I don't see any stamps in the back. But it's in pretty darn good condition. And she will be going up onto the wall. And again, I will be showing you the video, or future video of it in its final spot. But $32. $32 for this lovely, massive, huge lavender, purple, mulberry, whatever you want to call it, transferware platter. For me, that's a score. Big score. Okay, excuse me as I take a sip. Alrighty. Now at another antique mall, that we visited. We found this transferware platter, which is stunning. Now this does have information on it. It's an Ashworth Brothers platter, and its design name is Hanley. It's called Hanley. I believe that's the design name. Typically what they'll do is they'll list the name of the design on there, but so I'm going to assume it is called, or the design is called a Hanley. But one of the main reasons why I snatched up this platter is because of the colorations. All these colors you will find in my home, so if you want to see how they're incorporated in my home, watch one of my other videos. But the colors, the bright boldness of it, the floral patterns, we have a lot of florals in our home, a lot of natural influences and items from nature in our home. And I don't care about the crazing or the discoloration, that just adds to the patina of it all. I love the shape. You know, it's got a very shapely border. And again, it's a big piece and I can use it for so many different ways, but she is going to also end up on the wall some way, somehow. And if I ever wanted to use it as a dish for something, I can just take her off the wall. But she's going on the wall because it would be a shame to just hide things like this. They're just too pretty. Too pretty. So, oh, $16. $16. You gotta love it, $16. Okay, now, I gotta reach over here to grab the other thing here. But, ba-down, look what I got. So this is actually a Chinese silk painting, so painted on silk, right? But this is part of a triptych, and I'll show you a picture, I'll put it up on the screen for you, of all three pieces. But as you can see already, it is custom. It's obviously custom because it's beautifully framed. It's got a double matting, which every time you add a mat, adds more to the price. And then it's got this green frame. So this was all customized to go with, obviously, the paintings that are in them, but they're all green. And just love it. And we got this at, okay, so let me tell you this little story. Estate sale companies who handle estate sales oftentimes will also have a storefront. And that is the case for the place that we got this from. But because we're such regular clients of their storefront, they gave us an in because they also have a warehouse. And they told us, hey, give the owners of the store a call. And you know, they're there at the warehouse working at these certain hours. And if they're there, you can go and shop there. So we went, and this warehouse was ginormous. I could not even believe the items that were in there, and the prices were just fan-frickin-tastic. I couldn't stand it. If you ever get the opportunity to make a connection like that at your local estate sale place, company, if they have a warehouse, you might be able to find yourself some amazing bargains as well. But I digress. Let me go back to the painting. We got the triptych, 3 of them for $25. That's right, not $25 each, $25 for the 3 of them. Unheard of. Awesome. You can't get cheap artwork at your, you know, friendly neighborhood Ross or anything like that for that kind of a price. So to have something that's authentic, that's you know, aged, that is custom for that price, how can you turn it down? How can you turn it down? So let me put him back as I go a little nutso. All right. Alrighty, next on my list is this beauty. Now, as I said a million times before, if you've been watching our channel, you'll know that we already have one of these Double Happiness ginger jars that we got at an estate sale. It was the last day, last hour. We got it for 20 bucks, which is unheard of in terms of pricing for this type of item. I have no idea why these ginger jars are so pricey, you know, elsewhere. But they are, so just look online and you'll see. These are not cheap. We got this at an estate sale. Unfortunately, it wasn't the same situation as the prior ginger jar, but I saw it. It's exactly the same size. It's exactly the same kind of ginger jar. And so we forked out the $40 that they asked for it, because that meant I would have a pair of Double Happiness ginger jars that I can use, and I love pairs of things. I love symmetry. But now I would have a pair of them for $60. So the price kind of evened out, and it validated the purchase for us. So I couldn't turn it down. We had to get it, and we did. And I'll show you a picture of where this ended up as a set with its pair in my house. So I'm posting that for you right now. And while I do that, I'm going to grab my next item, which is a little heftier. And so I got to be very careful because this is a real piece of branch coral. Now, we have a bunch of, or we've got a lot of shells, we've got a lot of coral, we've got a lot of, again, rocks and minerals and gems all throughout our house because I do find nature to be my biggest inspiration for my design work. And this is no different. Look at this beauty. She is hefty. She is substantially sized. She's more than a foot long and more than a foot wide. And as you can see, she lays beautifully, let me do this gently, lays beautifully on a table. Let me move my tea. Lays beautifully on the table, so she will definitely be working her way into one of my spring-summer vignettes. Now, because she is real and these polyps have texture to them and grip, you can actually scrape yourself against this because it is, it's a calcium kind of calcium-based deposit that coral, the polyps make, and so it is strong. But these smaller, skinnier pieces, I want to make sure are out of the way of, the pups or anyone's clothes, snagging onto anyone's clothes and possibly breaking off. So she will be somewhere of note, but I will make sure she's in a very safe location because, again, look at her. Oh my gosh, I would lose my mind if somehow, some way she broke. So I got to be very careful. And speaking of that, I don't want to jinx myself. I'm going to put her down safely on this paper. She was $64, and for anyone shopping for shells or coral or pieces like that that are real and of this size, you'll know that that is a steal. I couldn't resist it. And I'm so excited. I cannot wait to figure out where she's going to be. Okay? So with that, I've got to do some more shifting here. So excuse me. But my last piece. So remember where I got those. Remember what I told you about those the triptych paintings, the silk paintings? Well, I got this amazing item there as well at that warehouse. And again, couldn't resist. I just couldn't resist. But look at this handsome devil. He is heavy. Excuse that squeak. I'm going to hold it here just briefly so you can kind of get a sense of the cloche, the statue, and the base in relationship to me. It's a big one. But for you pickers and hunters out there, you'll know that a cloche of this size in and of itself is a pricey piece. Look at that. Not a crack or chip anywhere on it. It's just a stunning piece, and that's one of the reasons. I would have bought the cloche alone, even without Dude Man here underneath him. But it looks like this was all made as, one piece together. He was specifically meant to be under this cloche because by the looks of the base, this pad that was sitting on top of it was specifically intended because it wasn't completely painted all the way underneath, right? So this pad was meant to be there as well as Dude Man here. But Dude Man, and I don't know why I'm calling him that, but I'm calling him that. I can't tell what the material is. I can't tell if it's some sort of soft stone, some sort of soapstone, or soft kind of stone. He's hefty, he's heavy. It could be resin as well, carved resin, but what we were told is that he's definitely mid-century. He's a mid-century piece. And again, you can see, I don't know if you can tell with the lighting, but he's definitely nicely carved, nicely carved and designed. And his base is obviously specifically made for him. I don't see any information at the bottom of the base, but that base was specifically made to sit Dude Man here for sure. So, the cloche alone, like I said, is pricey. When you look anywhere for something like this, of this size and this shape and this age, they're not cheap. And then you add Dude Man into the mix, I can only imagine what was paid for originally. Oops, let me see here. I didn't put Dude Man in correctly. Let me push him up a little bit. There we go. But I don't know what was paid for originally for him or where he came from. But now he's ours, and we got him for the sweet, sweet price of $125. That's right, 125.00. $125. A steal in its own right, and I was happy to pay that. Didn't even bother negotiating with it because, I mean, again, woo, so happy. But that was it. So I hope you agree. We came back with a nice haul of stuff. So thanks to my friend Sandy out in Seattle for getting us out and about and looking, because, man, we would have missed out on all these beautiful things had we not gone with her. So, as always, I hope you liked this video. Please comment, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Let your friends and family know that you found this crazy dude who talks about his crap in his house all the time on the web, and have them watch some of my videos, and hopefully they'll enjoy it as well. So, until next time, talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye for now. If you haven't seen our previous videos, click on the links and watch away. Please share, like, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel. We'll do our best to keep you entertained and coming back for more. Bye for now.